Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm writing to What the Ocean Can Teach You About Life, Gaur does. One afternoon there was one. So I'm not sure what can the ocean teach us. What can I think about the ocean? It's massive. It has waves. It has big waves. It pulls people out into the sea. It's very salty. I don't know. Let's go ahead and start it.
One afternoon, there was one lady who was sitting on the shores of the ocean, and her husband had gone to take a swim in the waters of the ocean. It's cool, it's hot summer. Getting into the waters of the ocean is cooling and refreshing, so the man went inside. He wasn't a very good swimmer, though, and he kept going deep. And sadly, he lost his life. He drowned in the ocean. And the woman was there, sitting at the shores, seeing her husband helplessly drown. There was no help around. He was dead. The woman was so annoyed, she wrote on the sands of the shore, "The ocean is a murderer. He killed my husband." Just a couple of meters away, there was a fisherman who had gone into the ocean and he had thrown his net. And that day he had a fantastic catch. बहुत सारी मछलियाँ पकड़ी उसने. And then he came back to the shores, very, very happy, elated, खुशी से भरा
Saved
हुआ.
my life.
And he came to the shores and wrote on the sands, "The ocean is my maintainer. By giving me such a big catch of fish, the ocean maintains me by giving me my livelihood." Just a couple of meters away on the same shore, a boy was playing, and into the waters, as he was playing right near the waters, then one of the waves of the ocean took his shoes away. And the boy was so frustrated. The boy wrote on the sands, "The ocean is a thief. It took my shoes away and stole my shoes away today." Just a couple of meters away was an old man walking very peacefully in the waters just close to the shore. And as he was walking, he suddenly saw a closed oyster shell, Sipa. He picked up this closed oyster shell and gently, to see what's in there, he opened the oyster shell. And inside the oyster shell, the
So
man
far.
saw a pearl. Oh, the man was besides himself in joy. He started dancing. He was so grateful. He went to the sands of the shore and wrote on the sand, "The ocean is a compassionate, magnanimous, large hearted donor, charitable donor. He gave me a pearl today. The ocean gave me a pearl today." And guess what, guys? Just after a short while, there was a massive wave that came from the ocean and wiped off all what was written on the sands. जो जो समंदर के तट पे इन चारों लोगों ने लिखा था, उस बड़ी लहर ने सब कुछ मिटा दिया. And then I was thinking, the ocean is powerful. People are going to say something. The lady will say the ocean is a murderer because she lost her husband. The boy will say the ocean is a thief because he lost his shoes. The fisherman will say the ocean is maintainer because he had a big catch of fish. Old man will say the ocean is a large-hearted donor because he got a pearl in the oyster. But everything that people are saying about the ocean is because their needs were fulfilled or not fulfilled. It's all about them, what they lost or what they gained, which is why their perception about the ocean is good or bad. But the ocean is beyond perceptions of what people think. लोग क्या सोच रहे हैं, समंदर को इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. और
Yeah, I was going to say that. Like, the ocean will stand the test of time while, these people will come and go. The ocean will always be there. And then the wave was like wiping its slate clean. Like, no one remembers what these people thought of the ocean.
तो अगर समंदर जैसा पावरफुल बनना है, समंदर जैसा विशाल बनना है, समंदर जैसा गहरा बनना है, तो लोग क्या सोचेंगे, लोग क्या कहेंगे, लोग हमारे बारे में क्या लिखेंगे, ये सोचते बैठोगे तो समंदर नहीं बन पाओगे. एंड विच इज़ वाई, रिमेंबर, That people are going to say good about you and people are going to say bad about you. But that's just how the world is. It's not about you, it's about their expectations being fulfilled or their expectations not being fulfilled, because of which you become good or bad. Yes, we should rise above all of these things and keep going with our purpose and our goal, like the ocean. Definitely. If someone is genuinely saying something good about us, not a perception, let's be grateful for the opportunity to do something good for others. And when someone is genuinely saying something bad about us, it's genuine, it's true, because we have hurt someone or we've done something wrong, let's be graceful. With dignity, let's accept that it was our fault and do whatever we can do. Apologize, sort it out, do whatever is necessary to help and sort that mess out.
Also, that's kind of weird though to compare it to an ocean, considering the fact that the ocean just like she blamed me for murder. Just let me wipe that off real quick. Let me just display, wipe off the evidence real quick. It's like the ocean's like, nope, no one's saying anything about me. Just let me clear out all the writings that have been done here. Let me not accept responsibility for anything they have said. It's really weird to compare it to the ocean, and then all of a sudden do that the ocean big wave came and just cleared out all the writings, because that almost seems like either a clean sweep or getting rid of what's being said about the ocean.
But in all other circumstances and situations, let's be like the ocean. People are going to think and say what they need to based on what they go through. That should not stop us from doing what we need to do in our lives.
I'll rewind that real quick.
Not a perception. Let's be grateful
Okay.
for the opportunity to do something good for others. And when someone is genuinely saying something bad about us, it's genuine, it's true, because we have hurt someone or we've done something wrong, let's be graceful. With dignity, let's accept that it was our fault and do whatever we can do. Apologize, sort it out, do whatever is necessary to help and sort that mess out. But in all other circumstances and situations, let's be like the ocean. People are going to think and say what they need to based on what they go through. That should not stop us from doing what we need to do in our lives.
I will say, I don't know if this analogy of the ocean made too much sense. I kind of get a little bit of it, as in the ocean's big and massive, that it doesn't let what other people think of it stop it from doing what it's doing. I get that. Kind of like how you shouldn't let people put you down or stop you from being a better person or stop you from doing great things in life. But I mean, and the sheer fact where the ocean has caused a murder, it's like that's something that you like. I'm like the ocean. I just murdered someone. It's like no, you want to associate with that. Um, but the ocean being a provider, a maintainer, a thief, and a murderer, it's let's not be like the ocean. It's not exactly a great representative of here. I think he wants mostly the positive idea of it. Um, which it's I can't help but just not understand this one. This one, I get it to some degree, but at the same time, I think it's not a great analogy. I think he could have explained the ocean maybe a little bit better. Maybe not put the negative stuff in there, as in it's not the ocean's fault that the husband was a bad swimmer and continued to swim way beyond his abilities. It's not the ocean's fault that the kid put the sandals right next to the shore, knowing that the waves are coming in and sweeping things away. The ocean is just doing what the ocean does. He can't help what other people do when it interacts with the ocean. Can't the ocean didn't settle the clam there with the pearls. The ocean had no idea anything about that. Clam could have just taken a ride into the ocean and happened to land over there. And the ocean being a provider, now that's a little bit of a different story. That can be seen a little bit more true because, the ocean is a big place. It's a habitat for animals, obviously, and can provide for people. It has, obviously. And obviously there are some people who has overfish, and can really damage the population of fish in their area. So I think I've heard of some areas that has done that. But nonetheless, that of all four of them, one of them made the most sense. The ocean as a maintainer or provider. The rest of them was just, not quite there. So, I guess if you say you want to be the ocean, or that maintainer seems to be really nice. Be a provider to humanity, a good provider. It's not necessarily meaning that you are a provider of like their sustenance and food, but a provider of wisdom and charity and goodness in life. Goodness, just a catch-all phrase. You don't like being good doesn't necessarily mean you have to use money. Like I like to believe that, and just giving good advice, being good human, decent human being, helping when you can. I think those are great provider, helper, or whatever you want to call it, type of things. And let me know what you guys think about how he compared the ocean, especially with those four comparisons. It seems a bit odd for those three. The provider, the maintainer makes the most sense to me. It is a habitat for animal life, and we do fish for food. It is a provider not only for the animals in the sea, but also for anyone who eats fish, essentially. All the other things are not the ocean's fault, obviously. So I want to ask my reaction to what the ocean can teach you about life. If you like my content, please consider subscribing, thumbs up, the stand up below. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next vid.